Hi, Karma. Do you see me over here? Do you see yourself? Do you see yourself here, Karma? Huh? Can you see yourself? Yeah, you're so cute. Yes, you are. Oh, she's so cute. She just saw herself on the monitor and she started growling. Do you do that too when you see yourself in the mirror? You start growling. What is it? Do you see? Do you see? Okay. I'm just waiting for Linda. Come on in. We're just waiting for you. Linda sent me a document that we want to go over together. And hopefully she'll be getting on soon. She's funny. So meanwhile, we'll play with Karma. Oh, we'll play with Karma? Yeah, we got the heater on. It's cold. I am wearing like 2 shirts and a jacket and a vest, and I have a blanket, and I have the heater on. And this is in California. It's cold in the morning. And you know, they have done some chemtrail spraying because the sky is horrible. Look at that. Do you see the sky out there? It's gray. It's bad. Hey, there she is. Elmick. Elmick is connecting. Hey, hey, hey. Lower your screen down so I can see you. I see you. Hi. Can't hear you. Unmute.
Tell your.
I can hear
Oh,
you.
great. Hello.
Bathroom door. I can see.
I don't do this.
Hey, so I'm recording right now. I'm recording. Do you want me to start all over again?
Hey, Docket.
All right. So who do we have the pleasure of getting to interview? My special researcher of the day. Is this Chief Princess Bear Poker or Chief Bear Poker?
I believe I have been christened with that. Yes, I have been christened with that name. Yeah, film at 11.
What is it, honey?
And the,
Karma is.
hi, Karma.
Karma is, yeah, she's like, hey, I want to see, then I want to see Princess Bear Poker. Yeah, did you want to see her too? So you have a cat that you walk.
Stick.
You walk a cat on a leash. Is that what you do?
Yeah, yeah, in the yard. She's not quite ready for the park yet, but we went to KFC the other night together in the car.
Ooh, that sounds good. Yeah, yeah. She says KFC. I want some chicken.
I live in a small town.
What is it, honey? Oh.
Yeah, my town's real small. We have to shake it up somehow.
Well, you sent me this document and I thought maybe we should take a look at it. Let me start sharing the screen. Karma is becoming quite vocal right now and I don't know what it is. But I was thinking maybe we can read this and see what is this? It looks like it has something to do with the Department of Transit. Maybe we should read this. Since you brought it up,
an exemption from them.
I'm going to let you start reading it because I want to just take a look and see what's up with my child over here. But go ahead and start reading it, that step-by-step instruction thing. And I'm going to hand it over to you.
Okay, I can't see this. But now, okay, oh, I can move your little face. Okay, that's good. All righty.
Oh, yeah, move my face.
All right.
Start on
this is from the, let's start with the website. Do you see that anywhere really easy? Darn it, I lost it.
Oh, is it down here? Wait, the pipeline, no.
Okay, in real estate appraisal, our first question was define the problem. So we need to define where this comes from first. It's a Department of Transportation website, but it's FA. Oh gosh, I almost had it by memory, but see, I can't find it here.
Well, you know, why don't you go ahead
Anyway,
and
we'll
start
get
reading? Go ahead and start reading up there on the
we'll
top
get
left.
to that. So what we're reading, and I don't do that really well on camera. I have to pretend I'm at home. Oh, I am at home. Okay. This is the form M like in Mary, C like in cat, S like in Sam -150. MCS 150 application from the Department of Transportation. Name of the website to come. What this is, these instructions will assist in preparing a complete, and I'm reading this on my phone, so forgive me. I at my age, I can't see this
Let me
stuff even
take
with
over
my
for you then.
3.5s.
Now that I'm back. I'll take over.
So
I'll go.
it's gonna go in chunks, but here we go. Step-by-step instructions. These instructions will assist you in preparing a complete and accurate MCS-150 application. The instruction numbers below correspond to the numbered items of the MSC-150 form. When completing the application, please print clearly in ink and okay, yada, yada. Everyone can follow that. All right, reason for filing. Top of form, it says. Are we supposed to write that in or I don't know?
Let me just.
The information in this table below represents valid reasons for filing. All right, there's good stuff. Valid reasons for filing the MCS-150 form. Select. So you have to go all the way back.
I'm going to go
on
ahead.
a tiny
Let me
screen.
relieve you. Since I have the full screen, I'll go ahead and relieve you from the reading. I'll go ahead and take
Thank you.
over. Select one of the four.
My camera's in the mail, so I won't have to put up with this for very much longer.
Select one of the four reasons and mark its corresponding box at the top of the form under reason for filing and complete all the items on the form that are mandatory for the selected reason. If you would like to obtain a US DOT number first-time filer, then select the following under reason
Yes,
for filing.
we get a number.
New application. Complete the following form items, all applicable items 1 through 31, exclude items 16 and 28. Okay, if you would also like to file the formal MCS 150 biennial update or update MCS 150 information, this doesn't seem like it would apply to us because we've not even ever filed for a US DOT number. And then let's see, if you ever have had a business notification. Excuse me. Did you want to say something?
What was intriguing is when Mr. mentioned that this was for non-commercial, non-passenger, blah, blah, blah. And so I wanted to really go over this form so we could find those boxes that perhaps say, identify us as non-commercial. Gosh, it just got exciting. Non-commercial straight from the DOT. I just thought we should really dive into this because if we can get an exemption from DOT, we don't have to play around with the state level at all.
Oh, okay. So is this what you were thinking? The US DOT is the Department of Transportation?
It's what I'm thinking.
Oh.
Yeah, it's what I'm thinking. California still offers an exempt plate. I sure don't know how you would go about getting it nowadays because they don't even give you a paper driver's license application so you can write, non-negotiable over your signature, or put UCC 1-308 or anything. You know, it's all electronic, and they just don't want you to have any space to write any of that anymore. And I'm on a mission to find pieces of paper that we can, you know, sign a proper contract with them. I'm not against signing contracts with these folks. I need to make sure I sign it in the right way and protect, you know, all assets, literally. And the one I'm sitting on, because they will come after you for silliest thing. Ask me how I know.
I'm gonna have to talk to PJ
So
about this DOT thing. He's been telling me to get a DOT plate for
yeah.
the longest time.
Oh, he's been telling us that?
He was telling me
Wow.
every time he
Okay,
saw a
good,
picture
good,
of
good,
my
good.
car, he'd say, "You need to get a DOT plate." I'm like, "Yeah, I don't know how to do that." I tried.
Yeah, I don't know what that is. Okay, this is great, because yeah, I feel like I know PJ myself, because I put up with his 5-hour videos like 3 times now. So it
I love those
it qualifies me. That's, I
military
mean,
class.
that should be that's a yeah, that should yes. That should be a PJ qualifier right there. How many times have you seen my military class?
Wait,
Yikes.
order me some pizza. I need to eat pizza while I'm making my video.
There we go.
Poor
I'm
guy,
all for that.
hungry. I understand.
Okay, so good. All righty. Then I think we're on the right track to do this without having to be screamed at, being called a sovereign citizen by these police persons.
Okay.
Good. Okay, go Chayah.
Okay, so it would be hiya, like how you doing? And you know, I was going to tell everybody, when we cross over from darkness to light, you know, you get a new name because you get a new character. You know, the old you maybe could have been a little more on the belligerent. And I'm not talking about you. I'm saying the old us, you could have been, hey, what? All this terrible stuff that you guys are doing to us and blah, blah. You know, you get all upset, then they kind of interpret it as a belligerent. But the thing is that we really need to come clothed with the armor of our creator. And so as I was perusing
Absolutely.
the Hebrew definitions of names, and I came across Chayah. You can look up Chayah, and it was alluding to eating from the tree of life that's going to give you restoration, and that's firmly rooted.
Oh, perfect.
And that's what I want my
Perfect.
character to be like. So when you notice that your character is changing, you get that new name, you get a new name. Your character is changing. So I like putting that up, because we're supposed to be
And you should know,
having those good things before us at all times. So Chayah, Shalom, and then Shalom is Shin, Lamed, Wa, and Mem. Those are the 4 letters that create that word. It means to destroy authority attached to chaos. And that's what we're doing as we are going into enemy camps here, per se, and reading what they're all about, and making sure that they conform to what they say they're going to do, because they took an oath to protect this. Then
yes,
if they do anything that's out of line, then we could say, hey, where is this in your thing? We don't see this in your business plan or in your oath of office. You're acting outside of your role. So we're holding them accountable, and we're going to destroy the authority that's attached to their chaos when we bring in the truth. So we're all about searching for the truth, and that's just a little sidebar on each one of us. We all have the ability to go from darkness into light. And just like this, right now, did you know, you guys, that it's Hanukkah, where they had this menorah? And I want you to think of something as I do a little sidebar here. This is an earthen vessel that was made from the things of the earth, like brass, metals, but you and I are also earthen vessels. And in the container is to be putting the oil. And you know, when you and I go through heavy duty trials and tribulations, it's almost like he's trampling out the vineyard. He's shaking the tree. He's stepping and pressing on the oil. But what comes out of all of our pressings, and you can testify, is that you go, okay, I realize that some things are wrong and I want to repair or restore or give information or change or repent or whatever those words are. We want to make things right and be in the truth. So when we have the oil in our own vessels, our earthly vessels, that light or that oil is able to get the light of Yahuwah, our creator, and he's able to make the fire happen. And when the fire happens, all the wood, hay, and stubble and chattel paper and all that stuff just can't stand. But we have standing. So we do want to come, you know, and that Book of Maccabees is what you learn. The reason why those people are celebrating this is because they were co-mingling and being with the world. This is something for us to learn. We don't want to be like or with the world, because that's when they come and defile us, start giving us something that we don't want to have, you know, in our temple. So just think about, even though it's not a commandment for us to celebrate Hanukkah, this is what they came up with to remember that they had to get the icky stuff out of their temple. And you and I are doing the same thing. So who knows, maybe we'll come up with some holiday.
Absolutely.
For the Bear Poker princesses.
This is, it's wonderful. And only you can really attest to the kind of person that I'm not using person in a legal manner.
Yeah.
I'm just, yeah. But I am not the people's that I was talking to Chayah a while back, 2 years ago when this first started, when they first attacked me, these police. My friend here with the doggie in her lap was very instrumental in keeping me off the ceiling. It was very traumatic for me. And I was, at that point, when I learned all this, I was learning it before they pulled me over, ironically. But when I really got into the meat and potatoes of this, I felt like Jesus. I was angered and I wanted to go into the temple and turn all their tables over, all the merchants' tables. And I thought, I'm going to do that. And I'm just a hairpin to do it, but I need to slow my roll a little bit, because I'm out for blood. And the only way I knew how to do it was to kick and scratch. Not that I do that. My mental attitude was kicking and scratching, and that doesn't work either. Just knowledge, and we're going to bring everyone into the light, into the new era with a pen, not the sword, with a pen. And yes, come out of her, my people. Come out of that false construct called the U.S. citizen, the ens legis, the nom de guerre, the war name, etc., etc. And it does start with small things like getting an exempt plate, because you are just a tied up goat for the jackals that drive police cars on the road. In my opinion, now it's ridiculous. I have worked for 2 sheriff's departments in warrants and records before in California.
Ooh.
So I was even more, yes, ma'am. I was even more incensed at these police officers, because our guys didn't act like that in any way, shape, or form. None of them. And they had all the same loves and hobbies that all these guys do now: hunting, fishing, dogs, canine, Under Armour, clothes. I mean, everything is the same except for their very strange attitude now. Like they have to get you. Like they have to get you. I was 67 years old when they pulled me over. I've never had a moving violation. And because I worked for those sheriff's departments, I really thought I was on a do not detain list. But I move here and I get attacked. Now I do realize it is spiritual attack. I was supposed to get into this somehow, making some tiny difference just by moving one foot in front of the other and turning the page. And I ordered us 2 Gilbert books today on property and contract law, contracts, the Gilbert Law Summaries series that they sell at the law student place. So we're going to be up on that for reference. I can't find the one for trusts unless it's 150 bucks. I think I found one used for $50. I might pull the trigger on that, but I need to see what edition it is. If it's too old, well, I might get it anyway. But yeah, onward and upward. We're not stopping.
I have
This
a
isn't a
big,
hobby.
gigantic probate book that I've been trying to chunk down and read. And I ordered like 6 different types of books on, estates for dummies and trusts and how to get your status corrected and things like that from Amazon, the devil. I ordered them, but it doesn't do us any good if we have
got
the
this
books and we
one.
don't read them, right? We got to read them. Ah, yeah, that one looks good.
Yeah, I've got this one. I keep highlighting the parts that might quick reference. But one thing I still haven't found in here is under the impression, and I could be wrong, because I've been trying to fill my head with so many things since this incident, that I'm trying to find what I thought was UCC Title 3, and then I don't know, something unauthorized signature, because I would like to remind the attorney who signed himself up after I fired my first attorney. All of a sudden I was going to go look up Jay Ramey, one of the he really shows you how to take a traffic stop. This is one attorney that will stand behind you saying your script to a police officer. He's good at that, but come on, he's still an attorney. Corpus Juris Secundum, Volume 7, Section 4 says they work for the court. Period. End of story. When there's a conflict between doing what's right for the client, that kind of stuff. But I called Jay Ramey because he is hot stuff. And this is not a commercial, but they say he's hot stuff. So I found him and he looked me up immediately online and he says, oh no, so-and-so is your attorney. I said, oh no, he's not. I just fired other so-and-so. And current so-and-so must have signed my signature. And I said, isn't that a UCC Section 3 violation? He goes, I can't talk to you. And I said, understood. And I hung up. But I got my licks in, and I'm not going to let that one go either.
Oh, that's what they do.
I'm going to be.
Is it that parents patria thing where they take legal guardianship or something over the name and then they
Yes, your award, that's in yes, that's in Corpus Juris Secundum Volume 7 as well. You are rendered an imbecile and award of the court, quote unquote. And that's why they treat you like that. And I said, I am here as a third party intervener. I am a secured party, creditor. And I saw all their eyes open up. And the DA came up behind me real close and he goes, I think you need a psych eval. And immediately, you know me, I turned right around and I said, don't pull that crap on me. I was like, okay, we're at war. Okay, I'm gonna roll my sleeves up. Look at, I love a good bar fight. And if you guys want to fight, you're gonna get one. And they sure did.
Linda,
they sure did.
Are we going to be taking a look at this document of the DOT to try to get
Let's do that.
Okay, let's do that.
Let's do that. I have so much to say. I have so much to say about all of this, but I'm going to concentrate on letting us drive down the road without being attacked.
All right. So it appears to me that this is a step-by-step instruction that people can look at MCS-150 if they want to know more. My mouse is very, my computer mouse is very touchy, I found out, and it changes the pages on me often. But so I'm just going to skim this because this looks so boring and I don't think anyone's going to want to hang if we're having to read the whole thing. But they can also look up here at the
No.
instructions, MCS 150 themselves, and they can go over this. But I'm just going to skim it for the sake of time because I don't know how much time we have here. But we already went over the reason for filing. If you would like to obtain a US DOT number, first time filer, there's a new application. All applicable items exclude items 16 and 28. So obviously we're not at a business notification. We don't have to do the reapplication after revocation of a new entrant because we haven't even entered yet. So we're going to skip all that part. Note, if the company was previously assigned a US DOT number, do not submit this form. So I don't have one, so this doesn't apply to us. Let's see, if a sole proprietor, owner, operator submits personal information for registration purposes to obtain a US DOT number or operating authority, this information will be publicly available on the FMCSA websites. This published information may include, but is not limited to, the sole proprietor, owner, operator's home address, telephone number, and email address. So this is all of our, what did President Trump say? Human trafficking of your property that's, your intellectual property. This is all of your own intellectual property. So it's possible that your all caps name may have a post office box or another little apartment somewhere in a business, post office box or something. And if maybe if you're going to sign up your all caps name for one of these DOT, probably want to put that information because it looks to me from just skimming this that this is all going to be out there in the public, and it's possible that you might get human trafficking of your intellectual property, meaning you're going to get other offers from other people to all of these things. So right here, down here, it says number 1, legal business name. This is the legal name of the business entity. So if you want to say your all caps name that owns or controls the motor carrier operation. And this is what I thought was interesting because DOT means Department of Transportation, which, that's for hire, right? So I always wondered when PJ would tell me.
Well, what we're
like this.
into,
I'm just wondering why.
Chayah, this, I just want to interrupt for just 1 second. The actual website that this form comes from is, I found it on my thing here. It's F like in federal, M like in Mary, C like in cat, S like in state, and A like in apple. FMCSA.
Right
It
here.
stands for Federal Motor Carrier Safety Administration. So are they above the DOT? This is what that was one of my questions also. So it is www.fmcsa.dot.gov is the complete address. So yay, I had to get that out because I neglected to gather that before we got online here. So
You want me to go on?
it stands for
continue?
federal. And I'm sorry, what?
Shall I continue?
Yes, please.
Okay. So let's see. We've got that legal business name. Or let's see, for example, the company sole proprietorship individual, enter the legal name John A. Doe, or a partnership or a corporation. 2, doing business as name. So I don't have a doing business as name on that all caps name, but I do have a common law copyright.
Okay. Well, now what I did was I went to the Department of the Secretary of State, Oklahoma, and I bought my name as my DBA, Linda Susan McFadden. I don't care who knows. I am who I am. Come at me, bro. I have the location turned off on my phone, so have fun with that. But anyway, I bought it as my DBA just to straighten it out. That is my DBA. It is not me. It's not flesh. It is a legal fiction. So I made darn sure it was a legal fiction. And I suggest everyone do that.
So is there
So
a
yes,
difference
continue.
between filing with the county, doing business as name versus purchasing or having the common law copyright of the name?
Well, I would say there's difference in all of that because they have different names and different ways to get there from here.
Mhm.
I got my DBA off of the internet and I went down to go advertise it for 2 weeks and they never heard of that here. I'm sorry. I grew up in California
Mhm.
and I know certain things to be, you know, normal. And around here, they don't do, I don't know. Maybe it's just more of them ignoring things here like they do, but very much ignoring the law and everything here in this state. Just cracks me up, but there's not too many face diaper people here, which is good. They're not really hanging on that like they are in some other states. But
So
I was really confused.
let me go over this form real quick, if you don't mind, just so that we can.
Let's do that.
Principal place of business, we already talked about that you would want to put wherever your all caps name is receiving its mail. That would be the principal place of business versus your home. Hey, Colonia, Mexico only. The barrio in Mexico. Let's see, mailing address, enter the mailing address where the company wants all of its FMCSA correspondence to be sent. This may be a PO box. Yeah, that's what we're talking about. If all parts of this address are the same as the principal place of business, that's good. Check the same as principal address button and skip items 8 through 11. However, if any parts of the mailing and principal address differ, check the mailing address below and complete all items. So Colonia, Mexico only, principal business phone number. I guess that could be your cell number. This may be a cell phone number. Principal contact cell phone number. Yeah. There you go. Same. And then up here on the top, principal business fax number. Who's got a fax anymore? Really? I don't have a fax on my cell number. Do you have one on your cell number? I don't think. Here we go. US DOT number. If the
Yeah,
company is
I have a
not-
fax. I do. I have a fax app.
Oh, really? That's cool.
I do.
Oh.
Yeah, I have a couple of different fax apps on my phone, actually.
Oh, that's cool. I need to talk to you about that. US DOT number is the company. Oh, what happened? See, I'm just saying it's really touchy. There we go. If the company is not a new applicant, that is, if it already has, if the company is not a new applicant, meaning if it already has a DOT number or US DOT, enter the company's USDT. Okay, so I don't have one. Maybe you do, but I don't. So MC or MX number. If the company has already been assigned an MC or MX identification number for Interstate FM CSA operating authority, enter the number. This includes. Oh, hey, look at here. I'm gonna let you read this because I gotta let Karma come in because she went out for a second. But go ahead, Linda, and read number 18.
Okay, where are we?
Number 18.
18. I can't find it on my phone. Where am I?
Okay, I'm
Oh my
back.
gosh. Okay. Ah, oh, it's a good one too. Number 18, Dun and Bradstreet number. Woo-hoo. That's the first thing I did was look up that court's Dun and Bradstreet number, mail it to them. Okay, Dun and Bradstreet. If the company has a Dun and Bradstreet identifier number, enter it. If you do not know the number, visit Dun and Bradstreet or call Dun and Bradstreet at 1-800 yada yada.
So we're talking
And then the
about
IRS.
our name. So we're talking about our name here, you know, because this is referring to us getting DOT. So should we look up to see if we are already on the Dun & Bradstreet? Could our name be on there already, possibly?
I think we have to apply, but that's a very good question. I haven't messed with this since I was a realtor in California. Just thought I'd never need any of this again, but I might want to look myself up as well as everyone. I didn't think it was an automatic thing, but
Well,
that's a good, and
I
do we
don't-
need one? Does our, if we're doing business as our straw man, which is a legal fiction to begin with, why would we not need a Dun & Bradstreet number? So this is something to look into, because I don't want to put the kibosh on getting a personal exemption, you know, straight from the DOT themselves. So this is good. We're going to learn this because
Yeah,
I
because
think
look
it's
at number
beneficial,
19.
especially
Look
now,
Look at this one, the next
especially
one.
since you said PJ. Yeah, what PJ mentioning this gives me such a ray of hope that we're on the right track.
I'll ask him. So look at 19, it says IRS and tax ID number. So we know that we got that social security number right there. But let's just look at this for a second. What it says, enter the employer identification number. So, you know, I have one of these.
I have one of those.
Yeah, so I do have one of those for the trust, the all caps trust name. So it's possible that we're going to be using that, but let's just see. Wait, what else does it say? It says sole proprietor owner operators who do not have an EIN may submit their social security number instead of the EIN, but are encouraged to obtain an EIN rather than using the social security number to register. Oh, okay.
Okay, well, it sounds like a trick. That might be a trick.
Well, I would imagine that you could probably, you know, put the social security number as if it were like an EIN. You know how you do it 1-2 dash all the other numbers instead of, you know, 1-2-3 dash.
Oh, yes.
Dash 1-2-3-4.
Yeah.
I mean, it's possible. So let me see. Email
Well,
address.
whichever one. Yeah.
So if your company has,
Whichever one is beneficial to the people.
yeah, I guess you could just put your email address, carrier mileage, enter the total mileage of all commercial motor vehicles in the company's operation. So this is what throws me, is that this looks to me like we have a fleet of cars, which, hey, don't mind having all that. But I'm just saying, I don't even have a car now that my
Hey, we might.
I know, well, that's true. So,
Well, you might fix that. Oh, hey, I just want to break in really quick while I'm thinking about one of the things I wanted to mention to you. When our friend that we have just found his videos, long-haired brother that was in prison, I don't want to say people's name on, you know, anyway, he was saying something about in the dealership handing the dealer an application which made a fiduciary relationship, which now pretty much authorizes the dealer to go ahead and talk with the treasury and you can buy a car. That's the simple version. Now, what really makes a fiduciary relationship a Form 56? Why can't we make the dealership the trustee?
well, we
of
would
course,
have
we're the beneficiary. You know, that locks it in. He's got to do what's right for the trust at that point. So, okay, anyway, carry on.
We could probably go online, get an F-56 form and just print it out and take it with us with the 1040, or wait, what was it, 1099A? Now that guy, Christopher Hauser, he typed, he must have a typewriter because that's what I used to do in the military. You got to have a typewriter to type that stuff in, or a word processor. I got to get me a typewriter. Either that or have to learn how to make my.
I do. I have an old Corona.
Old Corona. Do. Oh, okay, wait.
Maybe I shouldn't say that. Sorry, YouTube. Never mind
that.
that.
About typewriter.
We're talking about beer.
Like what's her name? Madonna has one. Okay, so company operations. The company operation will tell the FMC SA what type of motor carrier or hazardous material shipper operations the company plans to provide. If you select only hazmat shipper, no carrier operation from the list, the company is not required to obtain a US DOT number. So no filing is needed. Oh. Read the instructions and definitions before responding to these selections will determine if this business is regulated by the FMCSA. Yeah, I think it's good to always read these.
I can't wait to get to the form.
Okay.
Yeah, that's for sure. I can't wait to get to the form to see what the boxes actually, if there's a place to check for personal and something, those words. I'm looking for those words again.
Well, that's why we're trying to
Personal,
skim. Let's try to
whatever.
skim and we'll get down to what do we need, the meat of it all. But we got to see if we even qualify, you know, and
Yeah.
who and what and all that. So select all that apply. Interstate carrier, no. What is an interstate carrier? The company is an interstate carrier if any part of its operation transports property or passengers in support of interstate commerce. Maybe that's what we are. Are we? The property or passengers
No,
cross state
no.
lines either before the company received them, while the company is transporting them, or after the company has transferred the property or passengers. The transportation of the property or passengers may include transport by plane, train, or boat in addition to the company's commercial motor vehicle. That's why I didn't want to even deal with the DOT because it is commercial motor vehicle and I'm maintaining that I'm not commercial motor vehicle. So,
Well,
So you're
this,
saying no?
where I got this from, the man I got this from seemed to indicate there was something to check or put down regarding personal, non-carrier, something or the other.
Someone is using this that you know? Someone that you know is using?
Yeah, James.
Oh.
Yes, James C. Lovett
Oh,
has
really?
a lot of clients that,
Oh, really? I didn't
yeah,
know.
that's
Oh,
where I got,
oh, okay.
that's where I got this from.
So
I
maybe
call him my surrogate son.
do you have any type of a particular video that we can link to this one just for later?
Yes,
Okay, you'll
absolutely.
put that in the chat
I
and I can grab it, or you can just text.
thought I
me.
sent that.
Oh, okay, you might have.
I thought I
me that.
sent that to you.
Oh, you
with
might
all
have.
this.
I did see a video of him, so I will link it. So let me see, let's move on. Intrastate hazmat carrier. I don't think we're that either. Hazmat, no, we're not. So what is this other one? Intrastate non-hazmat carrier. Okay, well, maybe we're that. Does not transport, does not transport hazardous materials. That's true. I don't think I do. In quantities that are regulated by the DOT. Never crosses state lines. Well, we do if we wanted to go somewhere. Never moves from the United States or US territory to a foreign country. Well,
Which is every place else. Which is every place else
like
but the United States.
I know. Never passes through another state or foreign country during transport. Yeah, I don't think we meet that one either. So here's another interstate hazmat shipper. I don't think we're even that. So let's move on. Interstate hazmat shipper now. Operation classifications. What's this? Operation classifications based on the type of business the company is engaged in. And will help determine the regulations the company is subject to. Will determine the company requires interstate operating authority. The company's operations may place it under multiple operation classifications, so selections should be made carefully. Oh, here, look at this. This is interesting. Look at this. Authorized for hire. A non-exempt. Exempt motor carriers are defined in Part B below. Motor carrier who receives compensation for transporting passengers, like an Uber maybe. FMC, regulated goods or household goods that are owned by others. Hey, look at that. Did you see that? Or household goods that are owned by others.
No.
If you select
No,
authorized
what number is that?
23A, authorized for hire. Now here's another one, exempt for hire. Carrier who receives compensation for transporting only exempt goods, commodities that are not regulated. Carriers are also exempt if they only transport employees of their company. A company shuttles its own employees. Okay. So here's some administrative ruling numbers. Private property. Now, this is what I'm talking about right here. I think this is the one. C. 23C. Private property. A company that transports its own cargo, usually as a part of a business that produces, uses, sells, and or buys the cargo. It's being hauled. Maybe that's the one. Hey, down here for you. Look at this, Linda. Letter K, Indian tribe. Maybe that one could be for you.
Yeah.
Migrant. Oh, wait.
Oh, yeah.
All right. So private
Oh,
motor
yeah.
carrier of passengers, non-business. Maybe this one. Maybe it's E. Private motor carrier
Private.
of passengers, non-business. That's the one. Private motor carrier of passengers, non-business.
That's the one.
A private motor carrier involved in interstate transportation of passengers, which is not provided in the furtherance of a commercial enterprise and is not available to the public at large. Examples include churches, private schools, civic organizations, scout groups, and other organizations that own or lease a vehicle for the private transportation of their membership. If any of these organizations makes passenger transportation available to non-members and charges a fee for such service, it's operating as a for-hire carrier and is not a private motor carrier of passengers, non-business. So this is the one that we want. E. Boom. 23E.
Fantastic.
Unless you want to call yourself a migrant. Interstate transportation provided by a contract carrier, but not common carrier, of 3 or more migrant workers. No, well, okay, so no. I would be picking E. Yeah. So let's scooch on. Hazardous
Yes, E.
materials. Yeah, we're not going
E,
to hazard
E, E.
materials. So we're just going to remember 23E. I sunk your battleship. Okay. Number of vehicles.
23E. Woo! We're going to sink their battleship.
23E. I sunk your battleship. Remember that game? That was fun. I got to get that game. It'll be all digital now. It's gonna be fun. Okay, so I guess this is like, getting close to the form thing here. How many do you own? Oh, hey, you could probably put your, what's it called? RV in a trailer. Yeah, that's good. Motor coach right here, passenger vehicles.
Wow.
A vehicle designed for long distance transportation of passengers, usually equipped with storage racks above the seats and the baggage. School bus, passenger van, limousine, driver information. Here we go. We better look at this one. That's the thing, driver information. Enter the number of interstate and intrastate drivers who operate for the company on an average workday. Oh, okay. Also enter the number of total drivers. Well,
Could be
that's
0.
I know.
Yeah.
They're going to be like, what?
Yeah,
Wait a minute.
0.
I know, but this is my thing is that I canceled my driver license because I went in 2018 and I went down to the DMV and I said, I'm not commercial and I'm firing myself because you're not paying me anything. Anyways,
Yeah.
in order for me to get a rental car, I have to have one of those driver's license. But I said to the rental car place, look, I got all my paperwork here and I don't have a contract with the DMV. They go, oh, well, this is our policy. I'm like, yeah, you and your mask. I know you got your policy. So anyway, they can't rent a car. So
Yeah.
then when they want to buy a car, they were trying to tell me at Land Rover that I have to have a driver's license and I have to do registration too. And I was like, I don't want to get back into the system. I was out for like years and I don't want to go back in.
No, that's not correct. That is not correct. I just test drove 2 different dealerships And I said, look, I don't have a driver's license and I probably never will. I'm just going to drive it around the lot because, you know, I can
Oh,
tell what kind of car it is, even in this big old lot. And he
oh,
says, yes, ma'am, I know you do not have to have a driver's license to buy a car.
oh, that's
You do
great.
not. A 16, yeah, a 16-year-old can buy a car. He can't drive it. If someone's watching him do that, he could walk up with cash, buy a car, and as long as someone else with, well, I guess, a driver's license drives it out of there for him, they can't do a thing. They could put it on a dolly. He could pull up with a wrecker and put that brand new car, cash paid, on a dolly and have that dude drive it off to his house. You do not have to have a driver's license to buy a car. That's ridiculous.
Yeah, because look at right
You
here.
just have to have,
Look at this. It says commercial driver's license.
they're all commercial. Now, see, this is why, Chayah, this is why I want a piece of paper, a paper application form for the driver's license and or the state ID, because there used to be a difference between a commercial driver's license to go drive a truck and then your regular drive to work driver's license.
Mm.
But I heard tell that it is all commercial now, period, end of story.
Yeah, because when I was
You
reading
just
this,
get
it looks like it says
you just get
California driver's
classified
license.
for yeah, you just have to be classified for a lot of axles, when it
Mm.
comes to the big stuff.
Oh, well, I actually was in the
You have
military
to,
and I did drive a deuce and a half, and I had a military driver's license at that time when I was 17.
I love it. I love it. I've driven a white cab over with a what is it, a 10-speed Road Ranger on it. That was something
And
else.
so let me see if the company's US DOT number and registration are currently revoked. Enter the company's assigned. Now, I did get a little letter from the DMV saying that suspension of driver's license, which by the way, I don't have one, and I haven't had an agreement with them since 2018. So I just think it's weird. How do you suspend something that you don't have? I just thought it was weird because they're trying to get
No,
me
I
back
don't. They
into the
just,
system.
I think artificial intelligence just sends out stuff like that. I don't,
To go, if
this
you're
is why we
holding
need
on
pieces
to,
of paper.
they're like, if you're holding on to
Ooh,
our property, you better send it back. I'm like, what's on it? Could have I lost it? Maybe I could have lost it, but what's on the back? Is it insurance? Does it have a lot of money in there, or what is it tied to the social security number? Yeah, I think so. I don't know. I was thinking it is expired, so I was
yeah, I
thinking
don't
I could
know.
send it back. But I got a whole bunch of all the other ones from when I was younger, I just kind of saved them just to look at the picture and see if I looked different each year. Whatever. Am I supposed to turn in all those?
Exactly.
Do you want them all? Collect them all. Am I supposed to turn all of them back in?
No, it's crazy. It's crazy. New Mexico wanted their plates back. California doesn't. I kept all my plates from California and Florida, but New Mexico wanted theirs back. And I thought, well, yeah, because it's the prettiest. Well, I'm
Oh,
disappointed.
well,
But
I did take
they
my
always,
plates, the license plates. I took those back and I gave them to the DMV and I said, I know I need a receipt. They go, we don't give receipts. We're just going to throw them in the trash. I'm like, you don't give a receipt? So how am I supposed to prove that I turned them into you? Yeah. Well,
right. So you can send me a cookie cutter letter saying that I have your property. Oh my
yeah.
gosh.
I did give it to
No,
them.
the right hand doesn't know what the left one.
Yeah, I did give it to them and I did tell them in the court and by letter and affidavit that I did turn it in. And I described the people that I spoke with. And I told them the actual DMV I turned them into. But it's weird because the VIN number is attached to the license plate number, the old one. So each ticket that I've gotten, and I've just gotten 3 now, it has the old license plate number. And I keep telling him in the court, I go, look, he's perjuring himself, claiming that I was driving a car, number one, or automobile, motor vehicle. And then he's claiming that on the ticket, it has this license plate, but it doesn't say that license plate. And I showed proof and evidence in my exhibition that exhibition or exhibit, I guess it's exhibit, that that I had private plates on it instead of what they said. And I said he perjured himself because he's claiming that I'm got a car that has those plates on it, but they don't. It says private. So I just been corresponding with them yesterday. So they should have dropped it, but they haven't. They just want to keep assessing.
They don't. Well, unfortunately, they don't know what they're doing. You know, they don't have a clue of any of this. You know, it's like
So
get in line,
this looks like
wave
something that we
your
might want to do then.
wave your chip over.
Enter name of
It looks worth pursuing.
certificate statement.
This looks worth.
Yeah. Printer type the name of, let's go to the next page and see. Oh, well, here we go. I guess you can go here to F, whatever, registration. See that up there? You could go there to register. Online. Motor carrier identification report. Here's the report right here. Maybe we could do this instead of the California driver's license or Department of Motor Vehicle, huh? Is that what these guys are
That's
hinting?
what I'm thinking. This is, we're going straight to the top here. We're going over everyone's head. We're even going over the DOT's head because their parent seems to be a thing called Federal Motor Carrier Safety Administration. So I think this is the top dog of driving right here. Pardon my French.
I know that
driving.
I seen this interesting chart, and let me just look at it, see if I can find it. Let me see how I can do that. I don't know how to do that. Like if I wanted to go on, I don't know, let me see.
Oh, that all looks foreign to me. I'm on a PC.
Oh, okay. So when I went on the government website, you know, go for your state government, they show you who's on top, and the DMV is way down here and the police is way down there and the DOT is here. So I think that the DOT is definitely above the DMV and the police are way down on the bottom. And then it said state of California, then it had the governor, or it said the people, and then it said the governor. We're the people, we're above the governor. So yeah, maybe this is something that
Absolutely.
I might just get on this.
Absolutely.
I'm gonna probably text PJ first and see if what Lion says.
Yes. Yes, please. I can't wait to hear what he has to say about this. Yeah, I'm feeling kind of warm and fuzzy at the moment about all this. You know, it beats looking like a quote unquote sovereign citizen when a cop pulls you over. I do have my DOT exempt, my homemade plates. I've got some that say private property, and that to me, that's just waving a red flag at a bull. You know, these young cops want to pull you over going, oh, what's that? Oh, that's weird. Let's pull that over and mess with it.
Right. I couldn't believe it. The private plates
just-
that I got from Freedom from Government, they say DOT exempt, and the little cop guy in court, I think I sent you the hearing on your phone yesterday or this morning. That was from last year. He says her plates were very crude and they said DOT approved. I'm like, first of all, they weren't crude and they were professional. Secondly, they didn't say that. It said DOT exempt, not DOT approved. But he lied. He lied, whatever.
Yeah. Exactly. And we need to stop that nonsense right now in the field because we're all twitching around in the wind like a windsock. when we're out there alone with these cops that want to do you harm.
Okay,
They
so
can't
this is
wait to
my last
escalate
question.
every stop.
This is my last question. I don't have a car at this moment. So if I do this instruction form and file, I'm just wondering, does it tell us anywhere around here a VIN number or a license plate number anywhere? I don't see it. Do you?
Okay. Well, no. And so that's a very good question. Does this apply to the person operating the, I hate these words, to the people making the wheel go round and round on the car? You know, does it apply? Does it apply to the car or the people? You know, is what I'm wondering. And you might be leaning more towards thinking it does apply to the car. So yeah, you might want to have a VIN number first. Does it ask? Oh, we haven't even seen the form yet, have we?
Right here. See this form right here? It says contact
No.
number. You don't see it? I'm sharing.
Well, I see something. There's a search. Where can I get additional information is what this says. Wait. Oh, okay. I'm sorry. See, I'm on my phone. I needed
Make
to
it
swipe
bigger.
left.
I'm making it bigger. Okay, look. It does ask for the IRS number, so that's
Oh.
tied to the person. The person, which is the personaged personification, it's the ens legis or the straw man or the all caps ID number, because you know that that's not
It
our,
does appear.
it's
Okay.
not our social security number. It belongs to the state. It's their covering,
Exactly.
your jacket that we put on. So this is tied to the person, not the living woman necessarily, because
Great.
they're trying to sew that
Yes,
shadow onto
this
us.
is great.
So here we go, carrier mileage. Just make it up. That's how many miles I'm going to be going to the place. What
Just
company operation? I'm just trying to see
5,
what
yeah,
car. I don't see the
yeah.
car part. Let me see. All right, in order for me to go to the next page, I have to reduce the screen. So let me just reduce it. And then, all right, over here. Authorized for hire, no. Private motor, yeah. Oh, we're gonna pick E, private motor carrier of passengers, non-business. I like that. I love it. Why
Man,
did I do this before?
this never came on my radar till 2 days ago. 2 days ago, I found this.
Well, this is the problem. When some people just give us
Yeah,
a little
why?
hint, they just give us a little hint and say DOT. Yeah, what does that mean? What does that mean? Maybe
Yep.
something's broken in us that we just don't keep searching and seeking. So now that you found and we are here, I guess we're gonna do this. I'm gonna do this. I'm getting on this right now. As soon as we're done here, I'm getting on this.
Yep, we're good.
Yeah, I might be able to take this
Yes,
to the,
yes, ma'am.
to the
Yeah,
car
me too.
dealership and say, look, I got this. Hey, hello. So do you have to get insurance? Talk to me about that.
I know. I keep my insurance because when I moved here to Oklahoma, my insurance went from $80 a month to $29. I can just keep it, you know, it's a warm and fuzzy feeling. I separated myself from my straw man. It's my straw man's insurance. I'm not tripping, you know, let it be. So I'm just keeping my insurance. It's just PL and PD, but nonetheless, until I learn how to work these bonds correctly.
What does that mean, PL and PD?
Personal liability, personal property damage. That's the least you can have.
Oh, I got you.
You
Okay.
don't have to have full coverage unless you're paying financing a car.
Well,
So
I
I
like what
just
that
opt.
Christopher Hauser did with the 1099A. That was cool.
Yes. Yeah, you just read my mind. I'm going to keep a couple in my glove box as well.
I think I'm going to send
Yeah.
that to the insurance lady. Say, look, hey, All right, well,
It's all
cool.
good.
Thank you so
Yeah,
much for showing this, Linda. Yay, Princess Bear Poker
absolutely.
came to the rescue. Thank you. Okay, well, let's
Thank you,
put this up
Chayah.
there. Put this up there and let people decide what they want to do, because we're not giving any legal advice. This is for entertainment purposes only, right?
Entertainment purposes only. Absolutely. Yeah, I'm getting online right now and I'm going to
You
fill
too.
that out. This
You
is
do.
great because it does apply to it applies to the people walking around, not the vehicle. This is
Yes.
great. All righty, we're going to delve
Thank
into this
you.
more. Thank you.
Love you.
Thank you. Bye.